Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. On this channel, my goal is simple: to share my passion for miniature painting and to show you easy ways to paint armies you can be proud of, even with a stronger French accent like mine. Today, I'm building on the painting techniques from my previous video, but pushing things a bit further, with a few extra tips along the way. We are painting one of the Pestigors from the Darkwater box, a corrupted, twisted miniature I think is perfect for playing with texture and contrast. If you want a full breakdown of my priming and painting process, check out my previous video. That's where everything starts on my channel. Alright, let's jump in. As always, I start with contrast paints for the base layers. For the skin, I use Dreadful Visage, a pale grey that gives an instant sick, decayed look. It's perfect for Nurgle or even every vampire-style skin. For the clothes, I use Shyish purple for the hood. And I use Crit Camo for the loincloths. Then I use Snakebite leather for the fur. Simple and very effective for blonde hairs. I also use it on the hooves and nails. It works really well for this purpose. For the wood, Fyreslayer flesh is perfect. It gives that worn, old wood look like it's been through a lot. Now, the pink. This is a personal choice. I wanted something that really stands out, something toxic, almost aggressive. I also add it on the pustules to push that dissous look. I already use this idea on my first Nurgle models, like Belga and my Pox Wretches. And I still really like the result. For the skulls, skeleton horde, simple, effective, nothing more to say. For the leather, I use Gore-Grunta fur. And Aggaros Dune for the ropes. Now for the metal, Iron Warriors on the weapon and armor, dark and heavy. I use it on the blades, the bells, the shield, and the chainmail. Then I had bronze with Warplock bronze. I really like this color, but take your time. True thin coat work best. For the bronze, I haven't found a good equivalent in speed paints yet, like I present you in my previous video. Now the eyes. Take a breath, stay calm, and this is where the miniatures start to come alive. So, let's go. What is time? I start with Taegor Rageshade, a deep purple that adds a lot of mood. I apply it quite generously because I like a strong contrast on my miniature. But feel free to use less, or thin it down with some water or medium contrast. Then I use Agrax Earthshade on the metal to make them look older and more worn. and just like that, once it's dry, the model already looks good. Honestly, you can stop here. If you want a fast and nice army, this works perfectly. But I want to go a bit further. Not because I'm an expert, far from it, but because I want to improve. So I start highlighting first the skin with Slaanesh Grey. If you are a beginner, I really recommend using a wet palette and thinning your paint a bit, like 50-50 with water. The wash already shows you where to highlight. Don't overthink it, you will get better with practice. Then I use Pallid Wych flesh mixed with a bit of Slaanesh Grey just for the sharpest areas. Now the purple clothes. First, Xereus purple on the raised areas. Then Kakophoni purple with small lines on the edges. It's a simple technique, but it gives a nice, worn, organic look. No need to overcomplicate it. Same idea for the green. First, Loren forest, a bit rough. Then Nurgling green with small, fine lines also. The key here is brush control. Make sure your brush is well prepared, not overloaded. Keep a sharp tip and it will work. For the pink horns, I do something similar. I want to add a texture inspired by a Tyrannid Leviathan style, and it works really well. I also use Fulgrim pink to highlight the pustule. For the metal highlights, same idea as my previous video. I use Ironbreaker here because I want a dull metal, not too shiny. I apply it on edges and worn area. On the iron and the bronze. And finally, Withering, my Madros Flame for rust and corrosion. Don't be afraid to use bigger drops. It really helps sell the effect. Let it flow, let it stain. For the bronze, I use Automatic Blue. Be quite generous here too, especially if you want a nice streaking effects. And that's it! From a simple base coat to a textured withered miniature. Not perfect, not clean, but alive. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned just a couple of tips, then I've done my job. Feel free to leave a comment with your thought or suggestion. I'd love to read them. Like the video, subscribe for more, and see you soon for the next video.